My name is Geoff Curtis, and I'm a member of the Racial and Social Justice Book Group at the Asbury Book Cooperative. And I've been asked to talk about the meaning of May Day for me, particularly in the area of worker justice as an International Workers' Day. Our understanding of work has changed, and we seem to be coming to an end of a period when many economists identify that change happening with Reagan and Thatcherism, whereby work has become something around the building of profit and capital, rather than talking about work as a means of human dignity. Our economy's primary purpose today seems to be to build profit on the creation and growth of capital. That feeds the growing inequalities and injustices that are embedded deeply now in our society. It also seems to appear that our free market has been able to separate itself from the questions of morality. So many economists are proposing that we need to walk out of this current economy into a new economy. And this is particularly being raised around the questions as to whether we have an economy that can actually address the climate crisis that we are in, or whether we actually need to think seriously about finding another economic system that can work for us all and achieve the common good that we are recognizing the need for. We also need, as we talk about, to recover people's human dignity, of which work is a major part of human dignity. The opportunity for people to achieve what their goals are, what their interests are, rather than just being a means of production for profit and capital. We need to restore work that can build communities, restore neighborhoods, which again, the isolation and the disparities that are going on as a result of our current economic system, where we can clearly see those that are the haves versus those that are the have-nots. And those riches that are shared or known in the haves need to be reprocessed, redistributed to the whole, so that it's not just about profit for me, but profit for us, if that's what we're going to stick with. It's important to recognize the incredible losses that have been faced by working class people, particularly over the last year in the pandemic. And the pandemic has shown the fissures that have clearly begun back in the 1970s in our economic system and now are pretty blatant. And we have very little ways to be able to figure out how to reweave, restore, recreate the society using the current economic system that has gotten us here. So it's somewhat ironic that No Man Land, a story that tells about the struggle to survive in 21st century America, won the Academy Award last night. Again, a great film indicating the problems that we face with work and what is the value of work. And if I work so hard to get something, what happens to it? Is it still worth all that work that you have made me put into it? Very interesting and important questions for us to consider. So May Day has become a time to act, and certainly we have seen in years past where May Day was used to confront corporations that were not doing adequate response or care for their workers. So we have seen struggles against Amazon and Whole Foods, Walmart, Federal Express, Target, and other smaller groups in our neighborhoods that have not honored the dignity of the people who work in those corporations. And we talk about a living wage, or we talk about worker cooperatives and other economic models that might bring back work as something that people value in their own lives. Work should be a place or a time or an opportunity that enables us to have good working conditions, should be able to have benefits that enable me to build a family, and finally, to be able to retire with some dignity. All of those are in question as a result of the last 50 years of our economic policies in this country, where profit, again, has become the primary purpose of our economic system and the building of capital, rather than the acknowledgement of human dignity in work and the building of a common good and a common life in our society. So I might ask you to consider this Saturday, May Day, to have a cup of coffee with someone who is a working class person, and just to talk about what is work for them in this society, and listen to their stories and see what you might be able to do in response to what you are hearing as this country is fractured over the issue of work.